Hello everyone, Ian here and welcome to the Fun Guy channel. For today's video, I wanted to go over the 6 legendary weapons that will be leaving the loot pool in Destiny 2's for the new season, Season 21. And these weapons are tied to activities such as the Nightfall, Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, and the comp playlist. And the reason why I want to bring these weapons to your attention is because they're actually very good guns, like meta tier guns for both PvE and PvP that we may or may not see for a while, so I don't want any of you guys to miss out on these, so let me break it all down for you guys. But before I do, if you're new around these parts, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, give this video a thumbs up, that way it'll reach more people out there so they too can grind for these weapons as well. And with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so for the first weapon I want to talk about is actually a gun I forgot I even deleted and I noticed I can't get from collections, so I too will be grinding for this gun, which is the Mindbenders Ambition Solar Shotgun. It's an aggressive frame that can come with some solid perks for both PvE and PvP. In the third column, you have perks like Lead from Gold, Autoloading Holster, Pugilist, and even Threat Detector. And in the fourth column, we have 1-2 Punch, Incandescence, and Swashbuckler, with some great barrel options to choose from. The Mindbenders Ambition will be coming back for the last time this season in the Nightfall playlist on April 18th, which is next Tuesday, reset day. So be sure to have a fire team ready to go so that way you guys can grind on the highest tier Nightfall so you have a better chance to get that god roll. The next one on the list is going to be another Nightfall weapon, which is the Militias Birthright Kinetic Grenade Launcher. And the final week to get this one is going to be on May 2nd, and that's also a Tuesday on reset day. This grenade launcher got lots of love back in the day, so I would definitely pick this one up, especially since grenade launchers are still pretty good in all activities. And the perk choices are really good on this one, with the third column having Lead from Gold, Grave Robber, Slideways, and Ambitious Assassin. And the fourth column, you have Autoloading Holster, Swashbuckler, and even Frenzy. And the second column has the ever so popular Spike Grenades, but also, don't sleep on Disorienting Grenades because they're quite good. Now, actually they're very good, and I highly recommend you guys trying them out if you haven't already. So keep that date in mind, May 2nd, so that way you can jump into the Nightfall and grind out for this grenade launcher to add to your collection. Okay, so for the next two weapons, they're going to be tied to the Iron Banner playlist, and these are the Wizened Rebuke Arc Fusion Rifle and the Hero's Burden Void Submachine Gun. The Wizened Rebuke is a high impact fusion that has a slow charging but packs a big punch to everything that stands in its way, but also it can roll with Volt Shot, and Volt Shot is a top tier perk for clearing out trash mobs in PvE. The overall perk choices for this fusion is pretty standard, but I would look out for Offhand Strike, Heating Up, and Under Pressure in the third column. And in the fourth column, I would say Vorpal Weapon, Backup Plan, Successful Warm-Up, and High Impact Reserves. And of course, Volt Shot. And for the second column, I would say Accelerated Coils for PvP so you can get that faster charge time, and Liquid Coils for a slow charge but a higher damage output for PvE. Now for the Hero's Burden. I went over this SMG in my previous video, but real quick, this SMG is actually really solid. I would definitely recommend you guys picking this one up. Plus, it can roll with Destabilizing Round, which is also good for PvE activities. So that alone, I'd say get this one. And remember, 900s are not getting nerfed like the 750 round per minute SMGs, making the Hero's Burden a no-brainer. And I'm not sure when the next Iron Banner will be back since we just wrapped up last week, but I'd say just kick back, relax, until it swings back around because I'm pretty sure it'll be back sooner than we think. Now, for the fifth weapon to look out for on this list is going to be the Inquisitor Arc Shotgun from Trials of Osiris. It's a slug shotgun that goes in your energy slot, which is great for players like me since I like running my primary weapon in my kinetic slot. And the slug shotguns don't get too much attention, but if you can snag a god roll on the Inquisitor, it's pretty juiced up in the Crucible. And remember, slugs have more range than your typical shotties, giving you a slight advantage. As long as you're getting those headshots for those one-hit kills, then you'll be alright. So if you're going to attempt Trials of Osiris, which the final week to get the Inquisitor Shotgun is going to be on May 9th, then the perks I would go for is something like Perpetual Motion Opening Shot, or since this is a slug shotty, I would go for Tunnel Vision and Golden Tricorn, with a ranged masterwork. Just a few examples, but really, the Inquisitor can roll some pretty solid perk combos. Definitely specking for range overall is kind of what you want to go for. So again, May 9th, Trials of Osiris, get it done. And finally, the last gun on the list, and if you know me by now or seen any of my videos, that I always say that the Rose Kinetic Hand Cannon, in my opinion, is the best legendary hand cannon in the game, period, and it's quickly rising up to be my favorite hand cannon to use in PvP. And it saddens me that the Rose is finally leaving us real soon here. And on the TWAB, it doesn't say the exact date, but I'm sure it's going to be leaving once Season 21 goes live. because the comp playlist is actually getting a brand new weapon, which I believe is a new sniper rifle, so I guess it's not too bad for me since sniper rifles are my jam. So I highly recommend you guys grinding out for the Rose hand cannon, and you actually have 3 chances every week to better help with trying to get those god rolls, if you have 3 characters of course, but if you don't, it's all good. Just jump into comp, 1, 2, 3 characters, whatever you have, as long as you can get one, because I can assure you, the Rose kinetic hand cannon is definitely worth your time. So yeah guys, make sure to look out for these 6 legendary weapons that will be leaving Destiny 2, for the time being of course, because knowing Bungie, these weapons will be back at some point, but it's better to grind for them now rather than later. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. If you found this video useful, please consider leaving a like on it, subscribe to the channel as well, and stay positive out there, and until next time, peace out.